A few weeks ago, we had a lot of dirt, mushroom compost, and some raised garden bed supplies delivered. I had done some research and found a very simple design to make raised garden beds out of cedar fence posts. I'll leave a link to the plans below. Thanks to inspiration from Roots and Refuge, we are upping our game with vertical growing space this year. This hog panel bent into an arch will be for our cucumbers. We also cut up pieces for our peas and a support system for our tomatoes. Once we have the raised beds built and filled with dirt, I took some time on a school day to let the kids plan their own gardens. I got out all of my seed packets and had them calculate the perimeter and the area of each of our garden beds. Each of them then planned their own dream garden using the spacing guide and instructions on the back of the seed packets to help them. This also gave me some time to polish up my own plans for the garden this year. For the past several years, the girls have enjoyed creating fairy gardens out front. Each season, they refresh them by switching out the decor, add new rocks and flowers, and mostly items that we find at the Dollar Tree. These fairy gardens are like outdoor dollhouses for the girls, and I'll admit, for me too. My greenhouse has been busting at the seams, and I've been hardening up these baby plants for a couple of weeks. Even though it's muddy, the weather is finally warm enough for Transplant Day. Now, it might seem strange to see me planting an egg. This is an old trick that I have heard really helps give tomato plants a boost, so I'm going to try it this year. Hey guys, just thought I would take you on a little spring garden tour of our new raised beds. Just finished transplanting everything and direct sowing a few things, and thought I would just show you each of the beds. First up is our brand new strawberry patch. We built this small pallet garden in the corner of our yard next to the fence. We did a little dumpster diving and found several pallets for free, filled them with dirt, and added strawberry starts. It will take a few years to get them up and running, but before long we'll have quarts of strawberries from this little patch. This bed is full of green beans and cabbage. The cabbage plants that I started in my greenhouse got way too leggy, so I decided to start over and direct sow them. I'm also excited to try a new variety of green beans this year, dragon tongues. These two beds are symmetrical, with a hog panel arch connecting them in the middle. They are full of tomatoes, peppers, basil, and marigolds. I also planted cucumbers that will hopefully grow up and over the archway. To my delight, these tall metal beds were left here by the previous owners. In March, I filled this first bed with spring crops that are frost hardy: radishes, carrots, onions, and snow peas. Again, we used a piece of hog panel to create a trellis for the peas to climb. This middle bed is full of all kinds of baby greens: kale, lettuces, spinach. In the next few weeks, we will be eating from this bed almost every day. This last metal bed is my herb garden. The garlic that the girls and I planted in October looks great, and I just added some basil, dill, cilantro, parsley, and thyme. The last bed in the back is full of potatoes and onions. I also stuck in some chamomile in this bed just for fun. Overall, this garden is off to a great start, but I know there is much work ahead. If you would like to follow along on our gardening journey this year, please subscribe. I post new videos each week about education, homemaking, and everyday life.